What's up troops, Smiley13 here, and first off I'd like to give a big thanks to the people at the Resonate Game Festival for putting on a great event over the weekend. And also thank you to everyone I met over the weekend. I was truly humbled by everyone I spoke to, got a photo with, and just what a crazy experience. Also for any of you further up north, I'll actually be attending the For the Gamers event in Aberdeen this weekend. I'll leave their website link in the description and it'd be great to meet a few of you there, so check that out. But let's get into today's topic, which is being nervous and the daft things you do when you're maybe feeling I don't know, maybe a million butterflies in your stomach. You know, despite my cool as fuck exterior and charm, I can actually be quite a nervous or anxious wee soul at times. And the way my nerves manifest themselves for a big occasion, my hands will start shaking a bit, I'll get butterflies in my stomach, and I tend to start farting a lot, which in turn makes you even more nervous, because then if someone's like that, did you just fart? And I'm like, no, it wasn't me, no. That doesn't really inspire confidence, does it? Releasing toxic nervous farts every 2 seconds. But you end up doing some daft things when you're nervous, like all logical thought can go out the window and you'll be struggling to perform even the simplest of tasks. I remember one time I had a big important football match, and in the dressing room just before the match I forgot how to tie my fucking laces. Seriously, I get that worked up. I was just like, fucking, so it's a loop, the loop fucking, I don't know, is this even possible? I've got all these equations running through my brain while all I'm trying to do is tie my fucking laces. Exams as well, I get really nervous for those. I think I've mentioned it before, but in one exam I'm sure was English, I had wrote this big fuck off essay and I was actually feeling pretty confident that I had wrote the next New York Times bestseller. That is, until reading it back to make sure it makes sense, I realised that I forgot how to use fucking full stops. Standard grade English and a boy can't use full stops. I should have just been put down, honestly. And before the full stop fiasco, my hands were that sweaty, like trying to grip the pen was like trying to grip a fucking lubed up ice cube with your big toe. It just wasn't happening. But it's not just obvious things like exams I get nervous or anxious for. A couple trivial things I get worked up about is buying something with change in a shop. How many of you are like this? You'll be waiting in the queue, you're double and triple checking you've got the correct change, feeling that buying this can of juice is the most important transaction of your life. You've only got one shot at this, Gary, don't fuck it up. Your entire life has led to this moment, and then you realise you've give the person 10p less than you were meant to. World just comes crashing down at that point. Or even talking on the phone to companies or booking appointments. I hate that so much. I think there is an actual thing called phone anxiety, but I don't know why I get it, because I don't know why I feel like the person on the other end of the phone is judging the fuck out of me, even though they speak to hundreds of people a day, thinking they'll get home from work and tell their pals, oh, I was on the phone to this absolute loser the day. He said fucking F for phone when he's trying to spell out his address. Dafty. Talking to girls as well, when I was younger, I'd get quite nervous and shy. I don't know if any of the guys watching this have any experience that they would like to let everyone know in the comments to get it off their chest. Girls too, but I'm just talking from personal experience here. When you're trying your hardest to make a good impression chatting up a girl, and then you realise you've directed the flow of conversation towards the price of milk, and then after 10 seconds she says, oh sorry, I need to answer this phone, even though it never rang. That can be quite what's the phrase, soul destroying, but fuck's sake, that's enough of those repressed memories. The main reason I thought nerves would be a good topic is because I recently just experienced 2 quite nervous occasions over the weekend at the Resonate Festival. The first thing I did on the Friday was a sort of live presentation of the event for BBC The Social on Facebook, playing some games, interviewing developers, that sort of thing. I've live streamed before, obviously in my house and that, playing games, but this is my first proper time doing anything like this out in the public, you know, and I was fucking bricking it and looking forward to it at the same time. I was mainly worried about maybe forgetting how to speak. That would be quite unfortunate, wouldn't it? It was the same with most things I get nervous for though. Once I get going, like, I was fine, but I find myself getting most nervous for things in the middle of the build-up of what I'm about to do. The other thing I did over the weekend was a Q&A panel with 3 other Scottish YouTubers. My first time doing something like that as well, so I was a wee bit like, fuck's sake, what if no one shows up? What if I trip up on stage? And as we were backstage getting mic'd up with these like pop star mics that pick up everything, when the guy told me they pick up everything, of course I feel like a sneezing fit is coming on. If I had ended up sneezing with one of those mics, I'd have completely blown everyone's eardrums the fuck out. But not only that, just before we went up on stage I had a wee peek round and my nerves just shifted from no one's going to show up to, fuck's sake, a lot of people have actually showed up. I was really happy though to see so many of you there, honestly, answer some questions, have a wee laugh, and again, once that got going I felt really comfortable up there and we all really enjoyed it ourselves. I hope you did as well, and maybe we can do some more of those in the future. Anyway, that's me got some nervous experiences off my chest. I feel much better now. Why don't you tell me in the comments some daft things you've done when you've been nervous, and let me know any topics to discuss in the future. Have a nice day and I'll catch you in the next video. Bye.